Hello friends, welcome to Salesforce CRM Analytics video session 236. So basically in today's video, we will actually try to go through the SAQL related to values table. So we have understood all about the charts, like how we have the bars, how we can aggregate by measures and how we can group by dimensions or dates and how we can go for different kind of data types filter that is based on measures, dimension and dates. And we will shift a bit somewhere on the easier topic and we will see how we can write the SQL query for values table, like what happens when we directly bring the values. Okay, that time a little bit of changes is there, and after that we will further continue on some advanced topics related to SQL. But for today's video, we will just cover a very simple one related to values table. So here we will go to Analytics Studio. We will take the same data set. Now what I will do is I will directly jump to values table over here. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is here I will just bring some of the specific values. I will take different kind of data types. So what I can do is, okay, let me keep the this amount. Let me add the ID over here. Okay, and what I can do is I can have the close date. I can have one field related to close date. I can have the opportunity ID instead of the account ID, the opportunity name, and maybe the stage. I think that's enough for me. I have different kind of uh, three different types of data. Okay, so I can rearrange this for sure. I get first I can have the ID. Okay, then I can have the name. Then the stage, amount, and close date. I think I'm fine with this. Okay. Now here, maybe I can also add a filter, which is fine. But as of now, just let's see how this query looks like. I'm just having all this, and yeah, because filter, I mean, it's more or less the same whatever we have written. But maybe I can just add two filters. For example, let's say I go for stage name equals close one and close loss. Let me add this, and maybe let me add something related to close date, for example. Okay, so let me write close date. Let me go for previous year. Okay, that is fine. So I'm getting this four records, or I'm not sure. Let me go for maybe current year. Let's see. Hopefully for current year, it should have more data. Oh, it's not there. Mhm. Fine. Let me go for previous year. Okay. So what I did is I'm just under the values table, I'm just bringing the opportunity ID, name, stage, amount, and close date. And I'm just filtering by stage name equal to close one, close loss. And I'm also ensuring the close date belongs to previous years. Okay. Let me check for close date. What are the for which year I have proper values? I think I can see 2031 a lot. Okay. Yeah, I think I can see 2031 a lot. That means 26, 27, 28, 30, 31. Okay. Let me get 6 years ahead. Okay. I think that's better. So here, what I can do is go to custom. Oh, some of the facilities I'm not able to click. Mhm. Okay. That's fine. Let's go for uh, previous year only as of now. Okay. I think that's fine for me. Not an issue. So let me click on add. So this is the thing, and we can now check like how this SQL is performing. So definitely, I'm just displaying all the values, right? I'm not grouping by anything, and I'm just putting this filter over here. Okay. So at first, let me just write over here. Display ID, name, stage, amount, and close date in values table format. Okay, and basically the filter is stage equal to closed won and closed lost, and the close date is previous year. Okay, so this will be an SQL query which I will be writing for the values table. Now let's see the code, how it's written by going to the query mode. So as you can see over here, like I'm loading the data set, I'm also filtering. Okay, these are simple filters which we learned earlier. We can write this out. But if you see right now, we don't have a group by. Okay, so if you see, it's simply generating like whatever the things we have to generate, we are just generating as it is, and we are not writing anything related to group by. Okay, I'm not quite sure why the stage came. Okay, that is fine. So this is the whole thing about the values table, where basically you just load the data set, whatever filters you have, you can put it, and we will avoid the group by. Here, the concept of group by doesn't apply. We will directly just write the generate statement, as you can see it over here. So that is the only difference which you have in the values table. Okay, nothing much. And yeah, we can just practice this. Okay, so we can practice this and check whether we are getting correctly or not. So q equal to load this particular data set. Q equal to filter q by. Okay, I will write the filter later. That is fine. And here I don't have a group, so I will directly go for generate statements. Q equal to for each q generate q dot id as id. Okay, q dot name as name. Okay, q dot name as page name. Okay, q dot address amount and q dot posted as. Okay. When we were grouping by the dates, we have to take care of underscore month underscore day, but here we are just displaying as it is. Okay, so that's the thing about this one. Q equal to. So now what I will do is I will just add the filter condition. So go to filter q by stage name in, and I will write close down and close lost, and close date in 1 year ago to 1 year ago. Okay. So I think that's it. I'm loading that data set. I'm filtering it in this particular values which I've given, close one and close lost, and the close date in 1 year ago to 1 year ago. I think I have to make the date format here. That is something I forgot. So date of close date underscore year, comma, close date underscore month, comma, close date underscore date. Okay. Close date. Yeah, I think now it is making complete sense to me. So now we will just run this query and see, okay, what is the output we are getting. So I will open this particular data set. I will go to the query mode. And I will just directly paste this one, okay. Now, as you can see, I'm getting the same result I was getting over here. So this is completely fine, what I have written. And yeah, this is the way to go about. So similarly, you can display other values tables as well. And you just have to see how the query looks like. Now, another important thing to note is like here, if you go for the compare table, right? So for example, if you go for the compare table, and now if I'm going for the count of rows, okay. So what I can do is I can duplicate this tab, that is fine. Okay, duplicate this tab. Now here, let's say I go for compare table and I go for count of rows, and let's say I go for something like stage. Okay. Now I went for stage. Okay, and let's say I go for something else as well. Let's say I go for lead source also. Fine. I'm just going for the count of rows, as you can see. Now, if you go to SAQL mode, you see how it is just loading the way we used to do for our charts. Okay, so just like if I put the stage name and lead source over here as well. So like here, if I put stage name and lead source also. Okay, here also if you see the code is actually same, right? So that's what it is. The code is completely same. We could have avoided the grouping, but that is fine. Like if you go to the if you check on the code comparison also, and if I just paste all this. Okay. So you see there is no difference actually. So nothing needs to be removed, which means there is no difference in the code. Okay. So that is fine. But what happens is like there is some functions which we can use in the compare table. So for example, here, if I undo this, so this is the way it looks like. But there are certain functions which we have. For example, we can show the totals. Okay, as you can see, the total is coming on the top. Now, when you show the total, right? So total is nothing but this complete total which you get to see. Okay, like whatever the number of records you have, that is the complete total which you get to see on the top. Fine. So now, if you see, there's a way in which the query gets formatted over here. So that there are some functions when you go for total and all. Now, that is something which we can actually look into, okay, in terms of SAQL. Otherwise, the normal thing which you do, which is, the aggregation of the measures and the group by which you're doing in compatible, that is exactly the same like which you do on the chart mode, okay, nothing else. But where the change happens is, or where the update happens is when you go for this totaling part. There's this concept called roll up, okay. Then there's something which we have related to grouping as well, okay, which we need to understand. Now, here if you see like somehow they are filtering by all these things, okay. And definitely if I bring the subtotals also, so for example, if I show the subtotals, you will see there will be some additional updates as well. So subtotals is like it's showing the total count of this, but for the lead source, like what is the subtotal of each of the lead source, okay. So for that also, there is some way in which the code gets written. So you have the roll up, you have the grouping and all these things. So yeah, we will learn on this part as well, like what is the roll up, what is the grouping as we go further. But yeah, this was all about the values table, and yeah, nothing much. Let's meet very soon in our next video and deal further with SAQL.